Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and I thought we'd talk about this notice that we got from the King of Fighter All-Star team. And it's about awakening engraving. Now, we knew a strengthening system was going to be coming to the game, but what does it all entail? And this is supposed to give us a little bit more information about that. So, thank you for always playing KOF All-Star Development Team. Continue from the last time. The second preliminary announcement will be the contents of the newly implemented awakening and marketing system. The content introduced in the second and third time is applied after the update in June, not in May. Please note, Awakening is a higher growth system for fighters, okay? So the Awakening system is going to make our fighters stronger. Now, where it's going to make them stronger, whether it's in all game modes or just the PvE game modes, or if it's the PvE and PvP other than Championship, we just don't know yet. We'll see if this tells us. And engraving is a system that allows stronger training for awakened fighters. So maybe we're just going to have stronger game modes, maybe get better resources, I hope. So first we're going to talk about awakening. In order to awaken, you need to reach level 90 of the fighter and fighter memory. So fighter memory is going to be something new. Awakening can be done in the awakening tab displayed instead of the evolution tab. So instead of evolve, you're going to have an awakening tab after evolving the fighter to 6-star. So you're still going to have evolve. You're going to evolve your fighter to 6-star, and then you're going to have an awaken tab that's going to show up. Okay. And if you wake up or awaken the character, the corresponding tab will be changed to awakening enhancement. Okay. So change from evolve to awaken. Awakening enhancement requires a fighter memory of the fighter in question. So whatever fighter you have, you need the fighter memory for that fighter. And arbitrary fighter memory of the same frame and attribute, but the required quantity, etc., differs depending on the stage. Okay. In addition, conditions such as possessing a fighter of the same awakening stage may be set. After awakening, you can increase the level by 10 at each awakening stage. Now, we'll see just how powerful this is going to be. I hope it's not too much. I mean, hopefully it just makes a small difference, because we really don't want to see, we don't want to see more of a division amongst the free-to-play players and the spenders. I mean, right now, the game's in a really good place as far as that goes. I mean, the spenders definitely have a leg up, but free-to-play can still do fairly well as long as they manage their game right, they manage their resources correctly, and just be patient. I'm hoping this system doesn't, destroy that, because that would frickin' suck. But you need a separate experience value item instead of existing experience value capsules to increase the level. Okay, so now a new resource. You can also use 10 additional attacks, defenses, and HP plus capsules for each awakening stage. Okay. When you wake up, you can use awakening skill. Now this reminds me of Marvel Future Fight, big freaking time, where they introduce awakening skills, and those really are kind of wishy-washy with a lot of the players. I don't know. Awakening skill is a buff skill that can temporarily strengthen fighters. Yep. When playing in auto mode, the awakening skill will be activated only if you tap the corresponding button with being automatically used. When the awakening skill is activated, a special effect is displayed for the duration to show that the awakening skill is active. And again, we'll see where this is going to be applicable. Where is this awakening going to be applicable? Is it going to be in all game modes, including Championship? We'll see. Awakening skills can be enhanced with engraved stones. So there's a new resource right there. And slots for engraved stones are sequentially open depending on the awakening stage. Details on the marking stone will be explained below. So now they're talking about fighter memory. Fighter memory is the core material needed to awaken fighters. Okay, so we need fighter memories to awaken fighters. All right. And to advance awaken skills, you need engraved stones. Okay. As mentioned previously, there are two ways to obtain fighter memory. Duplicate fighter possession through gacha and fusion. After the May 2020 update, if you get a duplicate fighter that you already have in gacha, so if you get a fighter that you already have, you get souls that you already have, you can get one memory of that fighter along with a soul. 2003 Adelheid, and they spelled his name wrong, first entry will distribute the fighter memory for the duplicate acquisition of Adelheid after a later date. So whenever, I guess what they're saying here, if I'm reading this right, is when Adelheid comes into the game, we won't be able to get the memories for him until a later date, is what I'm reading here. I could be wrong, though. If you combine the fighter memories acquired in the gacha, you can get the fighter memory of the higher rank. Fusion requires memory of the same rank or the same fighter. Before merging, you need to set the rank and attributes of the memory to be used as the material for merging. When you set the rank and attributes, the sort of fighter memory will be changed according to the applicable conditions. Okay, we'll see what that means in the future, applicable conditions. Fusion can be performed by selecting an amount of fighter memories that can fuse at least one fighter memory. When the fusion of the memory of the copper frame fighter can win the Genwaku fighter of memory, so as to be able to acquire a memory of gold frame fighter and to fuse the memory of Genwaku fighters. The memory of the upper ranks and carry out the fusion, it can be acquired. But in the case of purple fighter memories, it will be the top item and will not be included in the fusion material target. Interesting. In addition, when merging the memory of the gold frame fighters, you can win one of the memories of the purple frame fighters and shared memory by probability. Okay, so you have a chance of, when you're merging a memory of two gold frame fighters, or merging the memory of a gold frame fighter, you have a chance to get a memory of the purple frame fighters. Shared memory exists for each attribute, and it can be used as a material to awaken fighters with the same frame color and attributes. So the memories are going to awaken fighters, okay? You can also earn fighter memory through packages and events. And this is, we all know, like a lot of the spenders, and maybe even including myself, might end up buying this. We'll see what kind of power creep this is, because this is going to be a form of power creep. Again, I just don't think this game needs it. I really think it's in a good place. So, I don't know. Now we have Stampstone. Depending on the awakening stage, a slot where you can put a marking stone will be open, okay? The type of engraved stone that can be attached to each slot that opens up to a total of 3 is fixed. Once the marking stone is attached to a fighter, it will be exclusive to that fighter and cannot be attached to another fighter. Now, the thing about this here that grabs my eye is we have power creep in video games. We, especially mobile games. And so if you set up your fighter, right? And you put their marking stones, where you put the engraved stone on that fighter, well, the marking stone on that fighter, if this is very much of a power creep, it's really going to suck if that fighter ends up, being not as useful in the future because of power creep. So that, I don't know. I don't really like that. That kind of sucks, but we'll see. I don't know what kind of power creep this is going to instill in the game with all of this awakening, strengthening system that we have here. Each stone has a basic ability, score, rank, and special options that are activated when a certain level of strengthening is achieved. The higher the rank of the engraved stone, the higher its ability value and the more special options that can be used more effectively. The stone can be strengthened, and by strengthening it, the basic ability value can be further improved. To strengthen, you need a strengthening item of the same rank as the engraved stone. So it sounds like a lot of different resources we're going to need to strengthen our characters in total, which, I don't know, we'll see. You can reinforce up to 10 engraved stones, but there's a chance of success in strengthening, not bad, a chance. And the success rate will decrease as you strengthen. Okay, so the stronger you strengthen your character, the less chance you're going to have to strengthen them even more. Also, the success rate of strengthening may differ depending on the strengthening item, and if you fail to strengthen, a certain amount of bonus probability will be added to the success rate when you strengthen at the same stage next time. Okay, so this sounds a lot like increasing your potential on your characters in Marvel Future Fight. If you don't go to 100%, you get a certain part of that will carry over to the next time you try. So if you do like a 50% chance, a portion of that will transfer up to the next time you try to increase your potential. And this sounds like the same thing. Bonus probabilities are cumulative until they are successfully strengthened and reset when they are successful. This time we introduced you to the contents related to the Awakening and Engraving. Through the newly implemented Awakening, you can train fighters stronger than ever, and you can attach a marking stone with various options. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick our options or if they're just going to give us some choices that we can pick. We'll see. And grow into your own fighter. In addition, you will just enjoy a more exhilarating play through your Awakening skills. Finally, we will guide customers who do not appear in the lineup of Gacha and have fighters sold through a special package. Some fighters sold through the package will be added to the lineup of integrated Gacha that I explained in the previous announcement, and that's what we talked about in that dev note before. The target fighters are All-Star Valentine's Diva Alice and All-Star Pretty Big, which is the giant paywall there. Customers who own the fighter by the update of May 2020 will receive 1 memory of the fighter after the update. So are we going to be able to get Pretty Big in a summons? That would kind of piss off a lot of paywalls. I mean, if you can get a memory for her, doesn't that mean that, well, I guess it could mean you just buy her souls and you get memories for that. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. In the case of additional fighters acquired through Epic Quests and Event Quests, the memory of the corresponding fighter will be acquired through each mission. Okay, well that's good. You can farm them. The fighter memory of the collaboration fighter that participated before the update in May will be compatible so that it can be acquired in the next guidance. It will be about the new contents, Awakening Quest and Engrave Quest. Please look forward to the contents announcement in the 3rd session. So we'll have another one of these notes coming out to give us further information on what's going on. I honestly don't really care for this. I think the system is completely fine in the game. I really don't want to see these changes. However, it could be interesting. You know, just like I said in that dev note before, hopefully we just have a nice rotating circle as far as when we farm. You know, everything has a purpose, everything is integrated very well, and we can just kind of go in a circle throughout the game and acquire our resources to build our characters. I don't like the probability crap. I do like it where, you know, there's a probability, you know, you gain so much success and that'll carry over to the next time you try to increase your chances, but I don't really care for this. I just don't think the game really needs it at this stage in the game. I just don't think it needs it. But let me know in the comments how you all feel about this. I mean, are you excited? Are you kind of like, ooh, you just don't know? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm hoping for the best, but we'll see. So let's move on to the next portion of this video. So as all of you can see, we got Lady Yashiro right here, my girl. And the reason we're going to showcase her today is because I mentioned in a previous video that Lady Yashiro can do the Demon of Fury. Matter of fact, she can do it with no leadership, no special cards, nothing. Completely free to play. Let me show you my build and how I have her built. So my Lady Yashiro has all of her capsules. She is level 90. And one of the reasons she's going to be so damn strong is because she deals all this damn shock damage. Upon landing a critical hit, deals shock damage equal to 2 times of the remaining shock damage and removes shock effect and stun enemy for 2 seconds. 2 times remaining shock damage. So you want to make sure you get off some shock damage first, and that way this core effect when you're doing crit hits is going to apply even more shock damage. Plus she has this amazing leadership, this 50% purple element attack leadership, which is a self-buffing leadership for her. Her first skill deals shock damage. So you want to do this skill first, and then when you're doing critical hits afterwards, they're going to stack up even more shock damage when you're doing all these other skills. Lady Yashiro is pretty awesome. I would go into the cores, but I'm playing on my emulator, so it's probably going to freeze if I do that, so I'm not going to do that. As far as her cards, this is what we're running with. I have her special card, which you're going to be able to get completely for free from the All-Star Selector. And it's just at level 1. This doesn't matter. This does. You want a card at level 30 to increase that CP. This doesn't matter because you're never going to be able to use it at all. That only matters when you're using your ultimate skill, and you're just not going to get it because Shizuru eats your PG big time. Now we're running with a Kula set, completely free to play, all at level 30, all at skill level 10. Now skill level does matter here because this is going to increase our attack. Having 3 cards is going to give us an extra 15% attack, plus increase attack by 17.8% for 5 seconds upon landing a critical hit. So critical hits are very, very important, big time. So this is a very good set because you're going to hit that shock damage from her first skill. You're going to be doing her other skills afterwards. The core effect from her shock damage is going to start stacking on because you're going to hit that first skill first, applying that shock damage, and then you're going to be doing more critical hits, and that's going to increase this attack as well. A wonderful card set, not the best. The best set would be a Tekken set for her, but I know a lot of people don't have it, and that's why we're not showcasing it. And a lot of people think you're going to need certain cards. For example, maybe you'll need this Bow card. This is a great card. I actually did a run with Lady Yashiro with just one Maxima card and this card, and she did it. She did it, but she can actually do it faster without it, which is pretty funny. You could even put this card here. This is going to increase bleed, poison damage. Shizuru is vulnerable to that. This is also another great card. The Zhang, I don't have the card, but the Zhangfei card that applies chill damage would also be a good card, but you don't need it. You don't need it all. We're going to go completely free to play. These are both at skill level 8 and 6. And all that means is that my decreased skill cooldown is not completely maxed out. This goes up to 1.9 seconds, so I'm losing 0.2 seconds here. And I'm losing 0.4 seconds here, so 0.6 seconds, about half a second. That's fine. We can definitely get away with it. Lady Yashiro is awesome, guys. And then her affinity is completely maxed out. And you definitely want to do that to get all these souls, which you really don't need because of the All-Star event that's going on. But to get this increased attack at level 10, and also to make sure you're getting that critical damage at level 4. And we're just going to run with Ukyo. He was also a free-to-play character that offers 5 seconds of super armor and offers a heal. So let's get into the action and let's rock and roll. And if you guys notice, we just had 19,000 CP. They recommend 24,000 CP. And she's still going to get it done. Now we're going to have to play super aggressive to get this done. Here we go. Let's go. So I'm going to start off with that first skill to get that shock damage. Then I go into the third. Boom. And then I do the second. Now she does a grab on her second skill. She'll do a little hit and then a grab. Sometimes she grabs, sometimes she doesn't. Now watch what I do. I go hit the tornado. I do a couple attacks. I'll back away. Wait for a tornado. Come up. Hit that shock damage. Keep pouring it on. Pouring it on. There we go. We're going to back up. Tornado comes forward. We're going to come up. Do some attacks. Back up. You see, I'm playing super aggressive. I just keep pouring it on. A little tidbit about playing with Lady Yashiro is use her first skill to take out that stone. Don't use the third skill. It doesn't seem to do near enough damage. That first skill does a lot more damage. Maybe it's because of the shock damage. I'm not sure, but it just seems to take out that stone really quick. Now her PG's built up. Her special's ready to go. I make sure I get behind that guy. Wait till he stands there where he's just kind of standing still, and then I attack. And you want to try to take that guy out because he's a real nuisance. Okay, now. There we go. Boom! Get out of there. Alright. Boof! Take that, girl. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And this is why I recommended Lady Yashiro, because she can do this all on her own with her leadership. She doesn't need anything. She doesn't need no special cards, nothing. You just need to build her up. And again, look what I'm doing. I'm making sure that I use my first skill to break that stone. Oh, crap. That was bad there. That was bad. Make sure you pick up that invincibility. Another little tidbit, when your special's ready to go, don't use your normal attacks. Just use your active skills 1, 2, or 3. Do not use your normal attacks because if you do, Shizuru will start eating your PG and you'll lose your special. You want to keep that thing up whenever you get ready to take that guy out. Here we go. Boom! Take that. Got a whole level heifer. Come on. Get some! See how I did that? I squeezed in the third skill and the first skill right there. I mean, you got to pour it on. You got to be very, very aggressive. Come on. Just like Lady Yashiro, you got to be intense with your fighting. Now, you see that special is almost ready? Here we go. We're just going to hit the first skill. Now, see the special's ready? Watch. I will not use my normal attacks. Just my active skills. The 1, 2, or the 3. See? I'm not. There we go. Now, I'm waiting. I'm going to get behind him. As soon as he's standing there. Right now, we're going to attack. There we go. Whenever he looks like he's kind of yawning or stretching, don't go after him. Wait till he leans forward a little bit and then come after him. Come on. And look at the time. Look at the time. We have about 55 seconds left. And boom, 52 seconds left. She did this with a completely free-to-play set. No special cards. Nothing. And this is why I recommended Lady Yashiro for the Shizuru event, because she can get it done. And remember, I have about 19,000 CP in order for her to get it done. So let me know how you're all feeling about the notice that we got for the strengthening system. And let me know how you're feeling about Lady Yashiro getting it done. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.